Welcome to the world of tennis, presented by BNP Paribas. The scoop from inside and outside the lines. You'll be center court for some of the most insightful and entertaining stories from around the globe through the wit and wisdom of our host, Justin Gimelstob. World of Tennis will take you inside the training room with Dr. Vijay Vad, a physician for many ATP players and one of America's most respected doctors. You'll get the best read on the tours with Tennis Magazine in our weekly roundtable, and exclusive lessons from the legend with 8 Grand Slams under his belt, Ivan Lendl. Watch all this and more coming up right now on the World of Tennis, presented by BNP Paribas.
Welcome to the World of Tennis, presented by BNP Paribas. In today's special edition, we're in New York at the Taste of Tennis, and it's all about the great rivals. Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras, John McEnroe, and Ivan Lendl. These 4 great players who dominated their respective eras will reunite in one of the most magical nights in tennis history. February 28th, 2011, in one of the most magical arenas in sports history, Madison Square Garden. Now, growing up an East Coaster, I loved going to the Garden. Let's take a closer look at one of the world's most special arenas.
Deep in the heart of New York City, there's only one place that holds the history of tennis legends. Only one place you can watch their endurance. Only one place their dedication is tested. And only one place that defines their struggles. Relive the moments of tennis history that have honored these crowds. Only at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Brought to you by BNP Paribas.
Madison Square Garden has been home to the finest athletes, celebrities, and events in the world. Just walking into the Garden gets both stars and fans excited.
The events that take place here are not just little, events. They're big events. So when you get here and you play here, you've made it.
Home to the New York Rangers and Knicks, Madison Square Garden also hosts major concerts, boxing, wrestling, and of course, tennis.
This building is not so much a physical place as it is a collection of memories of New Yorkers. I mean, the building is about its moments and memories, and we're just waiting for the next one.
After taking an 8-year hiatus, tennis returned to Madison Square Garden, playing to a sold-out crowd at the NetJets Showdown.
The winningest men's Grand Slam singles champion in tennis history, please welcome Pete Sampras!
Featuring tennis icon Pete Sampras against Roger Federer.
The #1 player in the world, please welcome Roger Federer!
That match between Federer and Sampras was huge for New York, huge for tennis, and huge for Madison Square Garden.
There was a sweet little shot up the line for the winner.
You couldn't get a ticket to that event. Everybody in tennis was here, and it just became a huge, huge fun event.
And Federer prevails. This sold-out 19,000 house at the Garden, most of them stand.
Since that event in 2008, tennis has returned to the Garden each year with the BNP Paribas Showdown for the Billie Jean King Cup, featuring women's most dominating players and remembering tennis's greatest legends.
Think about tennis back in the Garden, these 2 legends out here in front of you.
Well, I just think it's great that we finally have tennis back in Madison Square Garden. I think it's fantastic.
In conjunction with the Showdown's one-night-only event, Showdown promoter Jerry Solomon created a partnership with the USTA for Tennis Night in America, a grassroots promotion to celebrate the sport of tennis.
The ability for the USTA to connect with Tennis Night in America in early March allows us to really promote the game earlier than what we're typically able to do. We want to get people thinking about tennis. I'll sign my kids up for a summer program. School's going to be out. We're trying to tie in the pro stars, the star appeal, with an event like Tennis Night in America, tying that into grassroots play opportunities.
Tennis Night in America is also pleased to announce their spokesman, Pete Sampras, who recently released this statement. I am honored to be the first spokesman for Tennis Night in America. Tennis was a great sport for me when I was young, and having clubs around the country come together to promote kids' participation in conjunction with the BNP Paribas Showdown makes for a great night of celebration for tennis. Last year, Tennis Night had over 700 tennis facilities involved. I would love to see that reach 1,000 in 2011. And what's more to come at the Garden? A transformation.
What you'll find is the kind of the magic of the past marrying kind of the wonders of the future. So this will be a state-of-the-art building, new seats, new lower bowl, a wonderful concourse, a taste of New York dining experience, kind of fan interactive areas throughout. It's going to be as good a building as you'll find anywhere in the world.
The transformation of Madison Square Garden will take place over the next few years. But don't worry, you won't have to wait that long for a reason to return to the world's most famous arena. This February 28th, BNP Paribas will host the new Showdown event with tennis's greatest stars and rivals. Pete Sampras will take on Agassi, and John McEnroe will face off against Ivan Lendl.
That would be one to tune into. You know those guys are going to come in and want to be competitive, and they're each going to die to win.
This segment was brought to you by BNP Paribas, the bank for a changing world. For more information, go to bnpparibas.com. Coming up, 4 of tennis's dominating players and 2 great rivalries, Sampras, Agassi, and Lendl, McEnroe. The World of Tennis, presented by BNP Paribas, is brought to you by BNP Paribas, the bank for a changing world. Wilson, #1 in tennis. Tennis Magazine. Get exclusive coverage online at tennis.com. Ivan Lendl's Champions Academy. For more information, visit champacademy.com. And by the BNP Paribas Showdown. 4 legends, 2 epic rivalries, 1 night of tennis. Tickets on sale September 27th.